Well, hello there. How are you doing today? Do you feel like doing a little bit of DIYing with me? Well, come on in. Let's get started. What have I got going on for you for today? Well, I was in my bathroom and I was just looking at the fixtures in my sink and my bathtub, my shower, and since I am in the midst of updating my house because it's been about 20 years since it's been updated, if I'm being completely honest, I've never been much of a chrome girl. Never been much of a chrome. However, in my kitchen, I do like stainless steel, but I've never been much of a chrome person. And these fixtures, I've never been able to change them out because, one, the bathtub, you can't access the plumbing unless you want to cut into the drywall or mess with the tile. And so because it just felt like a big undertaking, I've never touched the fixtures in my bathroom until now. And guess what? I'm going to show you how you can update your fixtures and take them from chrome to, say, oil rubbed bronze. And you can do this for under $15. So I'm gonna quit my gabbing, let's jump into it, and come do a little bit of home DIYing with me on a budget. Because why not? Because you can, and that's what we do here. Let's get to it. I say we start this off with a few before pictures so you get the full appreciation of the transformation that's about to occur here in my master bathroom. Yeah, that was the bathtub. This is the sink. I have two sinks. This is the master shower. Now, it has never been upgraded in 20 years or touched. So I had an estimate done to have this redone and do maybe a seamless shower. Yeah, it came back at about $3,200. I said, absolutely not. The shower isn't leaking. I'm gonna revamp it myself. And so yeah, there's gonna be a transformation of that. And of course we gotta include the toilet too, because there's chrome there. And so here we have a before picture of the master bathroom vanity / sink and bathtub. You can see the bathtub over there. There is no access to the fixtures without messing with the tile or the drywall that is inside of the cabinet. I'm gonna start off by cleaning / prepping my fixtures. I'm gonna call these metals, so I am using a metal cleaner and I will show you what it is here in a second. That's why I am wearing these gloves. It's a concrete and metal prep that I use because I clean my concrete when there is a stain on it. I don't like the stains on my concrete. It is the OCD in me. And so I use this stuff to clean it, and let me tell you, it takes the stains out of my concrete. It takes rust out of concrete. It takes paint out of concrete. And so yeah, because it is concrete and metal prep, I thought go out in the garage, get the concrete and metal prep, and use that to really clean and prep your fixtures so we get the best outcome. This is the cleaner / prep that I am using by Clean Strip. You can get this at just about any hardware store, Lowe's, Home Depot, Ace Hardware, Tractor Supply store. It's about $20 a bottle, but it is concentrated, and so a little goes a long way and you will get quite a bit of use out of it. Now, I'm not gonna wait for these fixtures to dry on their own after I just cleaned and prepped them because I don't wanna risk them drying with watermarks and those watermarks coming through the paint when I paint them. And so I am opting to dry them, and I'm doing that using a super absorbent paper towel. I think that that's gonna give us the best outcome, and it's really gonna get these fixtures good and dry, ready to paint. The paint that I'll be using today is this oil rubbed bronze. This is a metallic paint by Rust-Oleum. It is a paint and primer all in one, and it's great for any surfaces, wood, metal, plastic, even masonry, so trust me when I say it is going to work for this. Some of the supplies that I will be using is this here paper bowl and a plastic trash bag. Plastic trash bag is a must because we don't want overspray. I'm gonna take that paper bowl, place it in the trash bag, gloves are needed for this because spray paint is a pain to get off. I'm gonna take my spray can, place it inside my bag, and I'm gonna close this bag up around my hand, spraying the spray paint into the bowl, the paper bowl. Yes, trust me, I haven't fallen off my rocker. I am actively right now spraying this into the paper bowl. Hence, you see no overspray coming out because it's in the bag. When I pull the bowl out, you will see that we have a nice puddle of some oil rubbed bronze metallic paint. You're gonna need a paintbrush that has really soft bristles, not stiff ones. And we are going to paint this spray paint onto our fixtures. Now, it is very liquidy. So when you are applying this, you do want to be generous, but not too generous because it will drip. And if it drips, do not fear. I have got a solution for that. That makes it easy to clean up. But again, you do want to use a very soft bristled brush. A stiffer bristle, you are going to end up with brush strokes. You do not want brush strokes, and you do want to be generous with the paint. Now, I will warn you that spray paint dries quickly. So it thickens up rather quickly and it starts getting sticky. So you don't want to put a lot of spray paint in your bowl because it will start to thicken up and get sticky. Then when you go to apply it to whatever surface it is that you are applying it to, you will not get a smooth outcome. You will get a bumpy, uneven, unsmooth outcome. I chose to go with the oil rubbed bronze, one, because I love this color and I think that it really kind of adds a rustic feel to it, and two, because it had a metallic finish to it. When you are working with a metallic paint, when you apply it, it kind of lays itself out nicely onto whatever surface you're applying it to, which then will result in no brush strokes. You will end up with a very smooth finish, and I am telling you, it turns out amazing. When applying this, you do not want to apply it in a lot of brush strokes with minimal paint. You want to reapply paint to your brush often because, again, you will get those brush strokes, and you just kind of want to touch your fixtures. And you will see that sometimes you get a brush stroke, just kind of dip your brush back in to the paint and just kind of tap it on the spot that you actually got a brush stroke, and it will fill it in without leaving any more. And so when I tell you that you really need to trust this process, trust the process. I don't ever steer you wrong. The outcome of this is going to be amazing. I can promise you that. And again, I cannot reiterate enough, do not worry about any mess that I may make on my sink. I do have porcelain sinks. I don't know how it works for plastic. I will tell you that when I did get it on my toilet seat, I was able to clean it up. So yeah, just trust the process and go with this. If you want to tape it off when you're painting it on, you can, but brushing on spray paint like this Rust-Oleum metallic spray paint, it really does save you the time of having to tape everything off around it and spray paint it on. And I even feel like if you were to spray paint this on, you wouldn't get as good of coverage as you are using a brush, because you're gonna need more paint, because you're gonna need different angles, and it's just gonna be a mess. So just do what I'm doing, and I'm promising you, you are going to update your fixtures and they're gonna look amazing. They're gonna look flawless. They're gonna look professionally done, and you're gonna do it on a budget. Because the spray paint dries pretty quickly, I wanna save my paintbrush because I'm doing a few fixtures. So to do that, I'm gonna use this polish remover, and you wanna use 100% acetone. This brand I found works the best. I'm using a medicine cup. I filled it with acetone, and I'm just gonna kind of dip my brush in there, and you're gonna see that the spray paint just melts away off the brush. And so once I've kind of dipped it a few times, I am gonna have some paper towel on hand just to kind of absorb the acetone and clean my brush. And once I've done it, you will see here, look at that. It really does clean your brush nicely. I'm gonna do it a couple of times because I'm gonna use this brush to clean up the fixtures here. You can see that there is a bit of a mess on the fixtures, but that is an easy fix. Using some of the acetone again, I am using a cotton disc. Once I've applied some of the acetone on there, you will see that it wipes right up off of this. And so I felt like this was really the easiest route to cleaning this, and it really worked well. I don't mind using the harsh chemical of nail polish. If you do, I would say you're gonna have to get creative with how you paint it on or be a bit neater than I am, but when working with spray paint and brushing it on, it is a bit hard to be neat about it because it is very liquidy. And so it does kind of spread rather easily and drip kind of easily. So I knew ahead of time, I had already tested it out on other fixtures about 6 months ago. So I knew what I was gonna need to do to clean it up. But you can see just how easily the cotton ball is, or the cotton disc is cleaning up the majority of the paint that I had, but we still have to clean up the edges around the handles themselves. And I don't want to use a cotton disc and go too close and risk wiping off any of the paint on the fixture itself and having to go in and do touch-ups. So I'm gonna get as close to it as I can, and you will see that there is still a bit of a mess, but this is going to be an easy fix using the paintbrush. I found the best way to clean up the edges, those bottom edges, is to do it with a nicer, thicker brush. And now in this instance, you do want to use a brush that has stiffer bristles. And you just kind of dip the brush in acetone, tap it on a paper towel, and then you can kind of clean up those edges just like you see me doing here. And if you get a bit more of the paint around, I guess, the surrounding parts of the sink, don't worry about it, because you can either use more acetone or you can go in with some comment and you can clean it up afterwards. And here you can just kind of see the difference between that left handle, the faucet, and the right handle, how easy it was to clean it up, how crisp it looks. Maybe I should zoom in a bit so you can have a bit of a better look. This is how clean it turned out by doing it with the acetone and a brush. I am going to take the extra step and seal this, and so I figured that a polyurethane would probably be the best. That's what I used on my kitchen sink when I did it. This is the one that I picked up at Walmart. I'm going with a crystal clear satin finish. I don't really want a matte finish. And again, I'm just gonna brush this on, and it kind of has a milky look to it when you apply it. And so if you just keep kind of brushing over it as it dries, you will get a very clean, smooth finish. The polyurethane dries within 5 minutes, and so I did apply a nice healthy coat of it and just kept kind of going over it to keep it smooth as it dried, and it came out perfectly. So my thought process with using spray paint, you know, you see people paint their fixtures all the time, and you see that they say it didn't work or it chipped, or if they had it to do it again, they wouldn't do it again. This method, I am telling you, I am very satisfied with. About 6-8 months ago, I did it to my kitchen sink, my faucet, because it was just kind of looking worn out as it was working. It was looking worn out and just scratched up, faded in some spots. And so I went to Lowe's thinking that I would just go ahead and replace the fixture. And come to find out, it was about $300 for the exact fixture. And I just thought, oh my word, I hate spending that much money on a fixture that's still working. I'm gonna try and spray paint it, and I bet I can do it using a Rust-Oleum paint and primer spray paint. How many times have I spray painted things that I put outdoors? Like, say, my patio furniture. I spray painted it and it sat outside for 3 years in the sun and the rain elements, and it withheld it. It didn't chip, it didn't crack. After 3 years, did the paint finish look a little dull and faded? It did, but you know what? It worked. And so I thought, self, if I can do it, the things, decor pieces that are hung outside that get rained on, I am pretty sure and feeling pretty confident that I can do it on these fixtures and that it's gonna hold up just fine if I can just figure out a way to apply it without spraying it. And that was when I came up with the idea of spraying it in a bowl to see if I could get a puddle of it, which I did. And then I went ahead and applied it to my kitchen faucet. And it has been 6 or 8 months, and let me show you the outcome. Hold on first. This is how the fixture looks in the bathroom after 5 minutes of brushing on the polyurethane. You can see just how flawless and beautiful and smooth. And not only does it look smooth, but it feels smooth to the touch as well. And here is my kitchen sink. I didn't use oil rubbed bronze in here, so I think I'm gonna actually repaint this. But this is a gooseneck, and you can see that it didn't chip at all. There was a little bit of paint splatter because I have been painting lately and I clean my brushes in the stainless steel sink. But yeah, this is a gooseneck faucet, and so they are a bit on the expensive side, and I just didn't want to replace it. And so I think I'm gonna kind of sand it down and repaint it with the oil rubbed bronze and let it go for another year or so. Let's take a look at the before and afters. Oh my word, I'm loving this. And yes, I did do the drain and the stopper, and it's been a couple of weeks and it's held up perfectly. Yeah, super stoked about the bathtub. I'm telling you, the transformation of these is amazing. The shower is fantastic. I will tell you, I did not do the inside of the shower. I only did the outside. And this is the dresser that you saw. I didn't really like the color anymore. It didn't go, so I painted it the same as my cabinets. And I love the outcome. And this is my bathroom cabinets and countertop and faucets before and after. I am loving the transformation. I'm not done with the cabinets, but yeah, it's coming along good, and I couldn't leave out the toilet and the flusher and the piping behind the toilet because yeah, I wouldn't be me if I left it out. This is my bed on any given night. Winnie and Biza still lay back to back. It is the cutest thing. And then there's Willow Fwen. Hi! Oh, that's such a cute picture of you. Hi, Willow Fwen. And then Fwen's pig feet. Oh, you heard your name? Oh, look at all my doodles. I love them. Good thing I have a king-size bed. Hi! Is your mama coming to get you? Yeah. Life with doodles. I told you, trust the process. These turned out amazing. And yeah, who would have thought that you could paint or brush on spray paint with a paintbrush? Well, you can, and I figured out a way to do it, and I couldn't be happier with how these turned out. I say challenge yourself, step out of your comfort zone, and just try it. Just do it, because I guarantee you're gonna have the same amazing outcome, and it's gonna feel great afterwards. If you all want more of this type of content, make sure to leave me a comment in the comments below, because I go off of your feedback, because I've got a ton of these right now because, yeah, I'm in the midst of redoing my house, updating it. Until next time, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic day. Happy DIYing on a budget. Stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy, but most of all, you know what I'm gonna say. It might be a hard one, but I believe in you, and I think you can do it, because you might have to dig deep. But I'm gonna ask you to stay positive, because I surely am. Bye for now, everybody.